In Chapter 24 of FE9, we move to unite our forces with hidden Crimean retainers that have been waiting for Alincia's return. To do this, we march towards Castle Delbray, but unfortunately it is being besieged by Daean forces. Bastion, the fifth and last knife-wielding sage of this game, arrives to warn us of this attack, but Jeffrey, a paladin, remains behind to distract the Daean forces. Against the advice of literally everyone but Ike, Alincia decides to save the retainers, so we enter into a rather difficult battle. This is one of the harder maps in the game, featuring not much terrain and a time-limited arrive objective. Starting near the objective is Jeffrey, who is recruitable, but is a green unit starting in a very perilous position. I advance with Nephany, but she takes significant chip damage from the sheer number of powerful legume enemies despite her capped defense, so I have to withdraw her so she can survive. Large number of enemies storm the starting area, and I'm forced to rely on my Holy Guard reinforcements to distract the enemies, just barely managing to avoid casualties. I get a lot of enemies stuck on the left bridge, but my lack of damage at 1-2 range means that Nephany is unable to clear them particularly quickly, and as a result, Jeffrey is overwhelmed and killed. Fortunately, Jeffrey being killed or the arrive point being compromised are not lost conditions, but enemies will prioritize occupying the arrive spot, which will slow down any attempt to complete the map. I try to advance to the left, but suddenly the Black Knight shows up in the starting area, which is pretty scary, but fortunately, he doesn't move to attack unless your units are in range. I accidentally leave some Begnion Holy Guard Pegasi in the Black Knight's attacking range, but to my relief, it seems that he does not move to attack them, likely for extremely non-suspicious reasons that are completely unrelated to nationality or hidden identities. After finally clearing all the enemies on the left, I move upwards, setting Nephany forward to handle the much diminished enemy force, but further reinforcements just keep coming in. At this point, I'm stretched very thin and I'm getting overwhelmed, so I formulate a plan to get as much treasure as I can and then leave the map as soon as possible. I have 5 units repeatedly shove Raisin upwards so we can dance for Tanit, extending her movement range to reach a village for a useless reward, then have Titania take out the sole remaining Wyvern blocking the objective, allowing Nephany to arrive and complete the map. In the closing cutscene, the Black Knight just stands there as Ike repeatedly attacks him to no effect, and he explains to Ike that only the Holy Sword Ragno can possibly damage him. Ragno, by the way, is a sword way back from Chapter 7 that Ike has held onto but has not acknowledged in any way up until this point. With this explained, the Black Knight declares victory and then leaves by teleporting away with Warp Powder.